Craig, a tricky afternoon here at Headingley. How do you reflect on what we saw today?
Yeah, I'm not sure tricky's the right word. Disappointing's probably the number one. Yeah, it was. We got off to a good start against Lancashire. We set some good standards with bat balling in the field, and we probably come up short in all three areas today. Against Yorkshire, who played brilliantly well, we've got to give credit to them. We won the toss and put them in to bat, and they got off to a very good start. Lauren and Jess obviously played exceptionally well for them. We had a good period in the middle. We thought we pulled it out, and then again they performed brilliantly in the last 10 overs, I think getting over 8 runs and over and close to 80 runs. So, we had an early setback, but I thought, being 110 for one, I think it was, and, that 100-run partnership. But then after that, a little bit of madness, and, we just couldn't get another partnership started, and it was good batting conditions, fast outfield, so we could only look at ourselves and say, yeah, it was disappointing. The only thing you can say is game 2, so hopefully use today and have a really good rain check, ask ourselves where we need to get better, and if we use this right, it can be a really good thing for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a few positives on display there. You've mentioned obviously the partnership between Marie and Catherine, and wickets shared around the attack as well. There's some good signs to go forward with.
Oh, yeah, there always is. And it's a game of cricket. The cricket's not, it's not a straight line, and you're not guaranteed anything. I said yesterday, you've always got to respect, the game of cricket. You've got to respect the opposition. You've got to, respect every ball, because the game's bigger than anyone. And today, say Yorkshire put us under pressure. They did some things really, really well. There's always positives when you come. I'm a reasonably half-class, full sort of person. As again, you're using the year to get better. Today can be a really important day for setting things up for us for the season. But you've got to also learn from those lessons. You've got to then put them into practice. So, I'm not a big one after the game to rant and rave and jump up and down. You use the emotions go out, because of course it hurts. It should hurt, and then you go, right, let's look at what we did well. We want to improve on that as well and get better, but also what are some of the key areas that we didn't perform well, that we want to be better at, and there's quite a few when it comes to today as well.
Absolutely. This is going to give us some impetus going forward, do you think? Obviously we're only 2 games into the season, no one's drawing any conclusions yet, I suppose. No,
it's early. I mean, you did right. You want to make sure you're going well, and we had some really good stuff last game. It started the season at times, but also, sometimes you need to be punched in the face and punched in the nose but it's how you get back up and how you go again. And, this is the right time of the year to be learning some tough lessons. You want to be playing your best cricket as you go on. Of course, you'd like to be better in some areas, but the game of cricket's like that. And as I said, you got to put credit to Yorkshire. They put us under pressure. They've come up from tier 2. They've taken us on today, and they've showed us they're going to be a really good team throughout the season. They've got some wonderful players, and good pitch here at Headingley. Conditions are brilliant. So the best team won today, and we've just got to get better after. When we sit back and review, we'll do that. We'll be honest about it, and as I say, we'll dust ourselves off. We've got a nice wee break now, just for the week to get ready, and then we've got a couple of games in quick succession as well.